Some of the most important progress in life happens so slowly you barely even notice it. This is Summit After the Storm podcast, and I'm Bart Wilbanks. When I was 16 years old, I worked part-time as a butcher at the Piggly Wiggly in my hometown. One day I was sharpening knives and my hand slipped off. The knife sliced all the way to the bone across my left hand. I grabbed a towel immediately and found my boss. When I pulled the towel away, he turned pale. Bone was exposed, blood everywhere. The doctor asked me to make a fist. That's when I realized something was seriously wrong, because only my pinky and ring finger moved. I had sliced through tendons. I ended up watching surgery while I was awake as the doctors repaired the tendons. And after weeks of being in a cast, I was incredibly excited to finally get that cast removed. But when the cast came off, my fingers barely moved. The tendons had healed tight, so trying to bend them was incredibly painful. And that started weeks of painful physical therapy, tiny progress, painful progress, baby steps. And there were moments where it felt hopeless. But slowly, one small movement at a time, things improved. Weeks later, I could finally make a fist again. And months later, it actually felt normal again. Kilimanjaro worked the same way. Nobody reaches the summit in giant leaps. It's one difficult step, then another. Then another. Sometimes progress feels painfully slow, but each step still matters. Galatians 6 says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good." Because growth often happens slower than people expect. Maybe your progress right now feels tiny, insignificant. The healing, growth, discipline, recovery, faith. But slow progress is still progress. And sometimes the people who eventually reach the summit are simply the people who refuse to stop taking the next step. The mountain taught me something simple. Small steps matter more than people realize, especially when people keep taking them consistently. If this resonated, follow the podcast on Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, YouTube, whatever platform you're listening on, and share it with someone who just might need it. You can learn more about the movement in my book, and you can see merchandise we have available now at summitafterstorm.com. And until next time, keep climbing. Poly poly.